Hey, what's up? Welcome to Killgruz. If you're new, subscribe. Today we're checking out a Super Mario ROM hack from way back in 2005, from a ROM hacker that goes by Shadic. This one's called Super Mario Bros. Mushroom Nightmare, and it's a good game. Let me tell you about it. Mushroom Nightmare takes place right after the original Super Mario, and in this game, instead of rescuing the princess, you've got to rescue the Mushroom Chancellor, who's been taken hostage by Bowser. Bowser's using the Chancellor's powers to warp the landscape to his evil, wicked desires. You've got to rescue the Chancellor before Bowser steals all of his power. Overall, this is a levels and graphics hack, but the big change here being that you've now got the ability to play as either Mario or Luigi. And just like with Super Mario 2 Japan, or the Lost Levels, Mario and Luigi control a bit differently. This time Mario is the one that can jump a bit higher, with less ground traction. He's not quite as slippery as Luigi is in Super Mario 2 Japan, but this game has got some serious difficulty in the later stages, so I would recommend just playing as Luigi. What stood out to me in this hack was the level design. It feels really good to play. I love to run in Super Mario, and this hack doesn't punish you for it. Most of the game, it's a modest difficulty, with good pacing throughout. It gradually gets more difficult the deeper you get into it, which is what you'd expect a Mario game to play like. There are several well-designed levels here, not the traditional wide-open style that Nintendo usually does, but you can see some personality in these levels, and I like that in a hack. The graphics here are pretty good. Mario and Luigi look like they're from Super Mario 3, but the level tiles fit really well with this. There's good shading or dithering on things like the pipes. That gives us an interesting and dark look. I think this works best in the levels with the black background, as it gives a feeling that this is taking place at night. But most all of the tiles have been touched up here, even including the fonts, which look great in my opinion. There were a lot of good parts in this hack that really stood out to me and were a lot of fun to play. I usually don't like the underwater levels in Super Mario, but they were pretty good in this hack. Lakitu shows up here, and it was insane trying to dodge the bloopers and the spiny eggs while navigating the level. Another fun part was with the bullet bill cannons in World 3-3. I love the use of the cannons here. They are the main platforms that you've got to use to get past this part, and since they're only one block wide, it's a good challenge. The cannons are also introduced a bit later in the game. In World 7-1, they're set up as hurdles that you've got to get over. This is expanded in World 8, where they're both hurdles and the main platforms, like in 3-3. It's a lot of fun. There was also excellent use of the fire bars, and especially the long fire bars throughout the game. These are placed well as to not be a cheap death, but unexpected enough to give you those "holy crap, that was close" moments. I didn't feel like the fire bars were overused throughout the game, but there are plenty of them. I love the flying fish levels in this hack, though in the original games they were usually completely open levels without much to get in your way. Way too easy. Here, they've got obstacles to block you, so you can't just run straight through the level. There are Hammer Brothers to overcome as well, and some fun platforming. I think I liked World 8 the most in this hack. It was certainly the most difficult. Good platforming and good enemy placement on this world. It's a very good challenge that will test your skill, but I never felt like it was punishing or taking cheap shots at me. That's cool. World 8-3, in my opinion, is the most difficult area of this game. You've got the difficult platforming, but with a Lakitu chucking those spiny eggs at you. This is pretty challenging. About halfway through the level, you run into this area where the background has the same brick tiles as the foreground, so you've got to navigate an invisible maze to get through. The Lakitu really makes this part so much more difficult. It's a very creative and difficult obstacle that is just long enough to be tough, but it's only used at this one part of the game, so it never got to the point of being annoying. If it was any longer, it would have been though. There is a lot of stuff I like about this hack, but there are also things that I don't like. The first thing I don't like is the music. It's all just altered versions of the original music. The Overworld theme doesn't sound terrible. It's okay. It actually is my favorite here, as it gives sort of a nightmarish tone to this game. The rest of the music isn't great, just kinda sounds like an off-pitch version of the original tunes, and that's not good. There's also several glitches in this game. I know there were multiple versions or revisions of this hack. Maybe these were fixed. I don't know. I just downloaded the easiest patch to find online and applied it to the game. Thankfully, most of the glitches you'll find aren't game-breaking, and they won't soft lock you, except for this one glitch I ran into in the Beanstalk in World 3-1. I'm trapped! The other thing I don't like is that there's levels that were reused. Just harder versions of the same levels that you played earlier in the game. And by harder, I mean there's just more bad guys. I know the original Super Mario Bros. Game did this too, but I didn't like that there either. So this is Super Mario Mushroom Nightmare, an interesting hack of the original Super Mario Bros. That I do think is worth your time if you're looking to play some original levels. It's fun, it's tough, but most importantly, and I reject so many hacks because of this, it doesn't feel cheap. The game never really takes cheap shots at you, and I really like that. Just feels like when a game takes those kind of cheap shots, it's wasting my time. Thankfully, it's not like that here. So I would recommend this hack if you're looking for a challenge that's not over the top. Hey guys, thanks for your time today and for checking out this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe. I make videos about Super Mario, ROM hacks, Game Genie, and other weird and obscure stuff all the time. So subscribe for more of that. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.